Hey, good day, everybody. I'm here, joined by my co-host, Star. How you doing, Star? And today I thought I would switch up these videos a bit. I'm actually going to do a little book review. This is Spin Selling. So I actually heard about this book back when I was still doing door-to-door sales, and um, it's a cool book. I'll explain a bit about it. It's actually tested. I think they did it over. They did a 20-year study. They tested or they recorded over like 20,000 or 35,000 sales calls in all kinds of sales uh, like scenarios. So like high end, really technical, like $1 million sales, like in like really complicated equipment sales, all the way down to what I was doing, like selling like the stuff door to door. I'm sure like internet and stuff and solar panels, maybe not solar panels, but it was a while ago they wrote this book. But I'll be honest, for the first time I read it, I didn't really get a lot out of it because I was still pretty new to sales and stuff, and it was really until I the cat came up here to sit with me. It was really until I saw a video by a famous salesman named Joe Girard. He explained it, and I was like, oh man, the light bulb went off, and I was like, this makes so much sense. So, just to begin, the spin selling is actually a 4-part questioning formula. It's kind of like, just diagnosing people, asking them questions. First of all, this is great if you're not a natural salesman because you're just asking certain questions to bring up people's explicit needs. So, like getting them to make a problem bigger than it is, kind of. So I'll just start off. There's 2 benefits that they talk about. So we've all heard of benefits, right? Features and benefits. So like a feature of this is a bottle. It has peach water. Emily likes that. Benefit is what it does for you. It makes you less thirsty and it tastes good. So he actually says there's 2 kinds of benefits though. So the first one is just a generic benefit, like this water hydrates you and it makes you healthier, right? That's a generic benefit. He calls that an advantage. So you just tell that to someone, they're like, okay, great. It's not very compelling or persuasive, but the other one is they actually call benefits. So that's when someone says, say your product does a lot of things, right? So maybe it's a computer. So if someone says, why do you want a computer? You ask them questions and say, hey, I need a computer because I do accounting or something like that, and I need to be able to bring up spreadsheets fast, whatever it is. So the benefit is when you tie your specific solution to that what they need, like that explicit need. So I think of it like the Lord of the Rings, the Twin Towers. Do you remember in the scene at Helm's Deep, all the orcs are attacking the fortress and they're bringing up ladders and they're trying to get over and they're shooting arrows up and they're fighting them off, right? They're doing a good job until that one orc, there's like this tiny little gate in the wall, and the one orc runs in with a bomb on his back and jumps in, and he finds the one weakness and blows up the wall, and then all the orcs get in. Of course, to spoil it, Gandalf comes and they kill them all, but the idea is you're looking for, through questioning, you're trying to find that hole in the wall, and then boom, that's where you fit in your product, and then it kind of like tips the scales and they're like, okay, let's buy. So just to quickly run through the 4 questions. So the first one is a situation question. That's kind of very basic. This is what most salespeople know. So like, let's say it's business to business, like what are your sales? What kind of business are you in? What, this, that, and the other thing. And then the next one's a problem question. So if you're selling, maybe it's marketing. Say, okay, well, like, what are you having trouble with right now? Like why can't you get new customers? And so so you ask them a problem question, and then they say, well, the thing is maybe my advertising just isn't working. Like not enough people are coming in for my ads anymore, and I'm wasting money. So most salespeople will stop at the second part, just asking problem questions, and it's okay. But this book says to go a bit further, and the I in spin is actually implication. So you ask them, like, it takes a bit of knowing a lot about the industry and what you're selling, but you ask them, so like what would that mean for your business? Like, if you can't fix this, like if you can't get your advertising running, what's that mean to you? Like, and then they'll say they'll elaborate, and then you just keep it like elaborating on the point. Like, okay, like yeah, they'll say, well, maybe I don't know, like I'll have to find another way to advertise, or I might even go out of business. And the idea is to bring up these like pains basically, and like you keep poking, you keep digging with like diagnostic questions, and then finally, if you just left it with the pain, they'd be like, they wouldn't feel great, right? Because it's actually Socrates, the ancient Greek philosopher, had a Socratic method for questioning, and a lot of people didn't like it because he only asked these diagnostic pain implication questions. But that's why there's the last part, the N, is they call it a needs payoff. And the needs payoff is when you start getting them to tell you why they, like what would your solution do for them. So it's like, hey, Mr. Customer, like, okay, you've told me that X, Y, and Z, like you can't get enough customers, and like this is a big problem for you. Like, what would it look like if you could get your advertising campaign running again? And be like, oh wow, that'd be great. Like I could spend more money on X, Y, Z. I could hire more people. I could sell more stuff. I could beat my competitors into the dust, and my wife would finally think that I'm a fucking like I'm a winner again. And yeah, it'd just be great. And you just ask those needs payoff questions, and then finally, basically, what this book is doing is you're basically asking them like, hey, what is the sales pitch that would that would make you buy? And as soon as they you go through all these questions, then you go to the pitch. You say, okay, you just repeat what you said, and then tailor like what you're selling to those explicit needs and the benefits that you're giving, and then it's just like close. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this one. This video is a bit longer, but it wasn't a bunch of just full of me like umming and ahhing, so that's always good. Where'd Star go? Oh, she's gone. All right, so yeah, let me know if you like these videos, and I will. I'm going to make them anyway, so it doesn't really matter, but it does help. It does help when when someone out there likes them. All right, so peace.